On November 7, 1947, the Most Reverend Charles F. Buddy, Bishop of the Diocese of San Diego, assigned Father John M. Tanney to establish a parish in what was referred to as the Yucaipa Valley. On November 30th, 1947, after several weeks of searching out a few Catholic families in the Yucaipa Valley, the first public Mass was celebrated in the American Legion Hall on California Street with about 100 people in attendance, including many visitors. A small rented house on Beach Street served as the first rectory. The parish celebrated Mass in the American Legion Hall until the church was built, and the first Christmas midnight Mass was held in the Yucaipa Women's Club building to accommodate the growing parish. In 1948, a committee spent time seeking out suitable property that resulted in the purchase of 3.5 acres on California Street for the sum of $3,500. Plans were drawn for the church building and ground was broken on April 18, 1948, with the county supervisor and Father Tanney officiating. Construction of the church began in May of 1948 with the help of many workers, many of them members of the parish, including Father Tanney himself. With numerous hours of labor and the expenditure of $40,000, a brick-reinforced concrete structure was built. As the church was being built, a generous donation of $5,000 came from the Catholic Extension Society in Chicago from the Marin family, who requested that the church be named in honor of St. Francis Xavier Cabrini, the first American citizen to be canonized. Mother Cabrini had been canonized on July 7, 1946, and the Yucaipa Parish was one of the first in the world to bear her name. The new church, to seat 250 people, was almost complete when Bishop Buddy announced the date of dedication. Immediately, the original families of the parish began their fundraising efforts to repay the construction loan to the Diocese of San Diego. The parish began with a congregation consisting of only 12 families. Presently, St. Francis Xavier Cabrini Parish serves more than 2,000 households in the Yucaipa-Calimesa area. As the parish grew, the need for additional buildings became a necessity. First, classrooms were built, and a meeting hall with a full kitchen. These facilities fulfilled the need for classroom space, for catechism classes, and also for major social functions of the church. The last building to be built under the leadership of Father Tanney was the parish center. This was a multi-purpose building to be used for large gatherings for Mass, as well as dinners, receptions, retreats, and civic functions. This building served for Sunday Masses from 1993 until the present church was completed in 2008. Father Tanney served as pastor of St. Francis until his death in 1992. During his term, a total of 20 acres of land was purchased. Portions were sold, leaving the community with 14 plus acres of total land. For 12 years, from 1993 through 2005, the community of St. Francis was served by Reverend Kenneth Jenkins as pastor. During Father Jenkins' term, many new ministries were developed, and the size of the parish increased significantly. An office building was built. The Sunday Masses were moved to the parish center in order to accommodate the new parishioners, and a Spanish Mass was added on Sunday to support the increasing number of Hispanic families. A building team was formed, and capital campaigns were begun in order to build a new, larger church. Close to $3 million was raised for the new church over 12 years. In 2005, the parish began a new model of leadership, that of a pastoral coordinator and priest minister. Kirsten Thorstad was appointed as pastoral coordinator and Reverend Joseph Cornley as priest minister beginning July 2005. In July 2006, Reverend David Andel was assigned as priest minister. As the new pastoral coordinator, Kirsten was given the challenge to begin the construction of a new church building. Monies were collected, and the Diocese of San Bernardino agreed to finance what was not yet received. Architectural drawings were submitted, and a design was chosen. Fundraising efforts for the new church continued. In August of 2006, new modular buildings were installed to serve as classrooms and meeting rooms. In October of 2006, the old hall and meeting rooms were demolished in preparation for building the new church. On February 11, 2007, the groundbreaking ceremony was held for the new church. And in July 2007, after 11 years of waiting, construction began on a new 24,600 square foot building which would seat over 1,700 people. The estimated cost for the church and furnishings grew from $7 million to $10 million. Construction was completed in September of 2008 thanks to the generosity of over 1,600 households and a loan from the Diocese of San Bernardino. The new House of Prayer opened its doors on October 18, 2008. More than 2,000 people attended the dedication ceremony. In July 2014, Father Santos Ortega was installed as the current pastor of St. Francis Xavier Cabrini Church. There have been many changes here at St. Francis Xavier Cabrini Parish in the past 70 years. Our parish family has changed tremendously and has grown to include many different ministries and national organizations. But one thing that has stayed a constant is the love, dedication, and determination of the parishioners. That is the one thing that will keep this an active parish for the next 70 years and beyond.